Uh, 4 days into the new year. And it also makes today the first hump day of the new year. Happy hump day, everybody. And for old time's sake, hump day! Okay, I'm done now. So my low is actually, oh gosh, like, okay. As some of you guys know at this point, I hurt my ribs the other day. And last night, it hadn't even been like a week, and yet somehow the pain got worse. Because, like, I don't know, I was like laughing really, really hard. And somehow the pain like spread to the center of my back. So, I'm not really feeling so great right now. Gosh. So, not only so I literally had pain in both my front and my back. So it even hurts to blow my nose, that's how bad it is. But luckily, I'm not really sick with anything. So there's that, which, thank goodness. If I was sick and then like, stuffy nose and everything, and I hurt my ribs, that would be a nightmare. That would be an absolute nightmare. So there's that. My high is I got to spend the evening with my folks last night. For dinner last night, we got subs from Meniere's. They're good subs. I got the All-American sub, which if you go to Meniere's, the All-American sub is roast beef, ham, and turkey. And they're pretty accounting with what you can put on your sub. I usually have my sub with both provolone and Swiss cheese, onions, mayo, lettuce, and tomato. So, I get my dairy, and get my meat, and I get my vegetables in there. So that's good. My act of kindness was I actually put away the dishes that were in the dishwasher last night. Normally, I actually would have done the garbage, because today is going to be garbage day, and I would have taken the garbage out to the curb for him. But my mom actually already did that prior to leaving for playing with my nephews all day yesterday. So, that's convenient. And, yeah. It was a pretty uneventful day. It was weird, though. Because, at first it seemed there was going to be a new episode of America's Got Talent All-Stars. I'm like, oh, cool, we're going to talk about this tomorrow, too. But here's where it gets weird. They did a rerun of the previous episode. Which, okay, if you ever watch TV nowadays, you can usually press, info, and it tells you, the date and if it's a new episode or not and stuff like that. It was saying that, but they clearly showed a rerun. I mean, television channels all over have made that mistake plenty of times. I mean, there were times where, I've even seen times where, Nickelodeon was going to do, some sort of special movie or whatever, and they would wind up just playing an episode of SpongeBob. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love SpongeBob, but, give the people what you promised, man. That's all we're asking. I mean, there are some situations True Colors and Amphibia, where, they did promise us that it was going to be on a specific date, but then they didn't. Then they didn't give it to us actually, their reasoning was pretty solid. And that's because at the last minute, they wanted to add a whole, there's some parts in this episode that may not be suitable for children, which, having seen the original episode, because someone, was able to upload it, and the episode as it was intended, yeah, I can see why, even this day I'm still kind of weirded out by okay, there have been plenty of shows that have tackled darker themes, have had darker moments, and had made people feel, saddened by what they saw. And not to spoil the end of True Colors and Amphibia, but you didn't give us the episode in time because you just wanted to put a disclaimer in the front for what happened. I kind of see both ways about it, don't get me wrong. But, maybe because I actually did see the original episode before the disclaimer was put in. Maybe that's probably why I'm sort of, saddened by it. But my experience overall with True Colors is still the same. I would say True Colors is probably the second best episode of Amphibia. Although then again, in my mind, it's Reunion, True Colors, and a three-way tie between The End Begins, All In, and The Hardest Thing. So, yeah, in that order. So pretty much the finales of all 3 seasons of Amphibia are my top 3. Which, yeah, they deserve to be there. Anything else happen? Well, in terms of the weather, we've been getting pretty lucky. I mean, yeah, there have been days it was cold, but nothing unbearable yet. Sometimes it's a bit damp. We actually got a lot of rain yesterday, but nothing horrific. I mean, there are people that are just dreading the possibility of getting snow again. And trust me, I know it's going to be happening soon. But I just don't know when. But I'm not going to let something like the impending doom and gloom that is bright white snow deter me from enjoying my 2023. Because, I mean, listen, what happened on Monday night was nothing less than, like, a tragedy, to be sure, to Damar Hamlin. But I really wouldn't call this a bad year yet. I mean, I've seen the memes, I've seen the jokes, like, 2 days into the new year, and this year already sucks. So 2024, that's going to be my year. Like, no. I'm not going to... I think people are just a little bit underwhelmed thinking that it was going to be their year right away. Or thinking it was going to be a good year right away. When, it actually, takes some time to really process everything and think, yeah, that was maybe mildly inconvenient. Or maybe that was not what I wanted. But what I really consider that bad in the grand scheme of things. Because there have been plenty of times that's happened to me. There have been plenty of times that I didn't get what I was hoping for. Or things didn't turn out the way I wanted. But I wouldn't necessarily call it bad. Especially when there have been times I've been able to, completely find a way around it. Which everyone does if you look hard enough. So, that's pretty, that's a good thing, I suppose. What else? Oh, gosh. It actually kind of hurt to yawn a little bit. It's actually, there's one thing I do want to talk about a little bit, because I mentioned that one of my New Year's resolutions was, like, to go out and do more things, be with people more and stuff like that. And tomorrow night's actually may provide an opportunity to do that at this place called Liquid Shoes Brewing in Corning. I kind of want to go, but it's weird. Like, you have to RSVP by the end of today, and it's $20 a person which I don't have a problem paying with, but like the only ways you can pay are like Cash App and Venmo, which I have neither of those things. So kind of hard to gauge what I should do with that. I mean, I want to do it to be sure, but I'm gonna see if like maybe I can go inside and like, listen, I don't have a Cash App or Venmo. Here's $20. Can I come in? That's literally my only idea so far. I mean, Lord knows if it'll work, but I'm never gonna know if I don't try. And honestly, I'm really kind of glad that at least something is going on this early, because I think we all need it. Like, yeah, the reality is beginning to set in a little bit. The holiday season is clearly over, and, you know, major holiday events like Valentine's Day aren't going to get here any sooner. So, any opportunity to go out and meet people, I definitely want to try and do. It's just going to be really like, I don't know, the circumstances behind how this is going to work is going to be so silly. But I guess if push comes to shove, well, technically I have all day to ultimately decide if I'm going to do it. I want to, but you know, the whole Venmo Cash App thing is a bit off-putting, because I don't use any of those things. Because honestly, like, giving your information to some, like, seriously, isn't giving that information, like, because the way if I say this correctly, like, in order to get like one of those apps to work, you need to give them like your bank information or something, or at least like your debit or credit card. And in a time and age where people are getting hacked all over the place, is that really a good idea? I mean, then again, I myself have been hacked before. But, you know, and I didn't give out any information that I'm aware of. So I guess it is possible no matter what. I don't know. I should seek counsel from someone who would know better than I. Right? Problem is I don't know anyone wiser than I. Yes, I'm the wisest person on the internet. No, I'm not. I most certainly am not. Do not ever think that. Please don't. What I just said was clearly a joke. Don't do it. Please. They're all gonna laugh at you. Yeah, okay. Lately I've also been watching some old Nostalgia Critic videos, and recently I saw his video on Pixels, and it's actually a really funny intro, because the Nostalgia Critic is like pretending to be Adam Sandler, and he wrote a song called What the Hell Happened to Me. I used to be the clown prince of comedy. I used to say, they're all gonna laugh at you. Like, I'll put a link to the description in the description down below. It's a funny song, to be sure. And considering that literally Adam Sandler did nothing but make horrible movie after horrible movie after horrible movie after horrible movie after horrible movie for like up until Uncut Gems, I think the movie was. Yeah, I think it was deserved. It was pretty justifiable. It's a real shame too, because like Doug Walker, I do think that Adam Sandler can be funny. He's just not really trying. Then again, his Happy Madison movies really aren't very good. I mean, full disclosure, the only Happy Madison movies I've ever actually seen that I liked were The Wedding Singer, because I actually did a solo from that movie. Because it was for Pops at the Horse Ads, and I did Grow Old With You. with the Aquafellas. That was actually the first legit performance I had at Horseheads that I earned, and I got complimented on. See, my time at Horseheads wasn't all that bad. Stuff like that happened few and far in between, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm saying. The other movie, yeah, really stems from, and The Longest Yard remake. Yeah, I know, the original Burt Reynolds one is clearly better, but as someone who loves football, and give the movie credit where credit's due, like, yeah, there's definitely the whole the Happy Madison shtick with all the stupid jokes and whatever, but you can actually buy that those guys are like teammates, and they're having fun being teammates. Like, they're guys being guys, and that's what they do. At least that's what I got out of it. Maybe someday I'll probably do a movies on that. And maybe movies on The Wedding Singer, too. I should do that. I should do at least a couple Adam Sandler movies. Although, don't expect The Waterboy. Don't expect Happy Gilmore. Don't ever expect Billy. Billy Madison is a movie about a grown man having to go through all of grade school. What? How? It's so stupid. It's quotable, but it's so stupid. Okay, I'm going to have to probably apologize for that some other time. I hope you liked this video. If you did like this, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm very home in this video. For all of you guys who are watching, enjoy today. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And remember, if you guys want to talk, channel is going to be here to lend me. Also, be back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.